Okay, here is the last heater in my heater videos, whatever you want to call them. And surprisingly enough, this is like my favorite heater. I really like this heater. And generally, I don't support China Pride manufacturing, but this happens to be one product that, for whatever freak reason, is actually decent. Of course, I can't comment on longevity. I've only had it for one season, but for that one season, it's worked out very well. It's made by Living Solutions. I think I might have said that it was made by Living Accents or something like that earlier today. And that is a brand. It's just another one of those cheap store brands. But this is made by Living Solutions. Now, it's actually made by Sunbeam Products, as listed here under the box. I know Sunbeam is a half-decent company. Unfortunately, it is made in China, so make what you want of that. I wish it wasn't made from China, because aside from that, there's really nothing wrong with it. It was sold from WalGreens. We have a price on here. I only paid like $20 for it, and I don't even think it was on sale. Maybe it was, I don't know. It certainly wasn't $34 or whatever those numbers are. Those are prices. 9/05/13, so it's actually, the warranty would have just expired like last month. Oof, hope it still works. Let's see here. It's 11 or 12.5 amps, so it's rated at the same wattage or amperage rather as the other heater I have, that Sleek Heat one that I think is a little too powerful. So anyways, the only thing I don't like about it is it has electronic controls, which I don't like electronic controls. I don't see a reason for that. So let's take a look inside the heater. I'm going to have to get my other light out because you can't really see in there too well. Just got to get this plugged in here. Okay. Alright, I'm going to turn this off. It's not helping. Alright, this is ridiculous. Let me get some better lighting going. Okay, hopefully we can get a better look at it now. In case you can't see, it's got a 4-blade metal fan, and it's a pretty hefty looking fan. And what I really like about it, and I think this is very unusual in today's cheapo world, is the coil design. If you look at it carefully, or even just closely, you'll see that it's got, you may not be able to see it, but it has 6 total coils that go around the fan. They're 3x2 in a 3x2 format. There's 2 rows of 3. I guess you can see them pretty good. And that's just like the older style heaters. So that's interesting. Let's see what else in here. The motor is kind of, it's a typical shaded pole motor. Nothing spectacular, but it works. Anyway, let me take this back over to where the plug is and we'll turn it on. Okay, and we're back. I'm going to turn it on, see what it comes on as. It's on high. And of course it's high as in like the greeting. Okay, and now let's turn that off. Okay, so we're drawing a total of 14,000, oh Jesus, second time I did that now. 1,430 watts. And it's putting out, zoom out, it's putting out more air than the other heater, the Sleek Heat heater, but it's not as hot, which I like. Some people would not like that, but I like that. Let's see if I get a measurement on the airflow. Again, that's a lot of airflow. I mean, this is a heater we're talking about. It's not a fan. Well, I guess it's technically a fan there, but for something that's not built for moving air, it's built for heating air. That's a lot of airflow. Let's get a measure on the amperage here. 11.98 amps, so that's pretty close to the 12 point, well, it says 12.5, so it's half of the amp off. It's drawing exactly 12 right now. So you can kind of get a look in there now. I don't think the coils glow at all. Let's just take a quick check here. Nope, it goes away too fast. Okay, let's see how far back I can go and still feel it. Oops, I got this going. Let's turn that off here. Yeah, I'm about 3 feet away and I can still feel it. Go over here. Yeah, I'm about maybe 5 feet away. And it's not a strong breeze, but I can feel heat. Yeah, actually, oh, there's a breeze up here. Yeah, there's definitely a breeze over here. There's this stupid thing. I gotta get a better way to measure airflow. That's a reasonable breeze, and we're a good distance away from the heater. Okay. I think the other mode it has. Yeah, it's getting hot. It's definitely getting hot, but it's not uncomfortably hot. I mean, I can stand here, and it's not going to burn me. It's on high right now. I'm going to switch it to the other mode, which is low. Oh well, it's not even a word. Okay, now we're at 6 amps, so it's about half the power of the high speed. 7.48 amps. That's 748 watts. I don't know why I'm struggling with the measurements so much. And at this point, it's lukewarm. If it was like 50 degrees in here, this probably would feel cold. It's just barely warm in the air. That's not a bad thing, because this is actually how I usually use it. I set it up over here usually, and it just kind of moves the air around where I sit. And it's not, if it was too hot, it'd be uncomfortable. But it just makes a nice warm draft, and I like the way it works. Other heaters, like the Sleek Heat one, it gets too hot. Okay, I think it's got another mode called Eco in there, so I'm going to switch it to that. Yep, now it's on Eco, or EC, and let's see what the draw is now. The heck? That's more than it was drawing on high. That's interesting. How the heck is that Eco if it draws as much as it does on high? Oh, okay. So it cycles between low and high. Well, that's dumb. Okay. Now we have temperature control. So it's on 80. That cut out on me. It's probably below. There we go. So it just turned off. That should be. Let's see what the temperature is in here. Temperature is 71. I've been running all these heaters now. It's 71 degrees. So I'm going to put this up to 72. And it should click over. Let me turn this on and get the air moving again. My theories with these heater thermostats, when they turn off the heater, they turn the fan off and the coil off at the same time. So all the heat from the coil, I can just feel the heat from the coil rising up out of here because it didn't cool off. And I think that must screw up the temperature a bit. I'm going to go up to 75 and see if it kicks in again. Yeah, see, I think that really does make a difference. Let me put it under my fan here and see if it cools off at all. it's cooler. Nope. Yeah, that is my theory with these thermostats, because it will eventually come back on. It's just not going to right now. Let's see if it'll go back on at 80. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put it back on high, like the greeting, and then I'm going to turn it off. Hopefully we can get the spin down time. I never oiled that, so it's actually a pretty good spin down time for a cheap China motor. Let's see, is that doing any good to have that light behind there? Yeah, I can see the spin down time like this. Let me do it again. So yeah, that's not bad at all. Definitely got decent bearings in it. Alright, well, that's that. It's a great heater so far. I definitely recommend it. Again, it's by Living Solutions, and I bought it at WalGreens last year. I'm not sure if they still have them or not, but probably get it somewhere else. Definitely suggest this unit if you need a modern heater, because at least for now, while it's working, it's a really good unit. Over and out.